Welcome back, everyone. Today, let's see how we can destroy the Alien Gambit, where the knight sacrifices on f7. It's such a strange looking move. And let's see what not to do first. So, because we have to make different mistakes for this gambit to work. And I'm gonna show you one method that is not super difficult and you don't even have to memorize. So, okay, they sacrifice here, we take back, and then white basically has three ideas. One idea is to give a check here with the bishop. First, they're gonna bring in the knight, and then they can also give a check here with the queen. Those are the three ideas for white, and as you can notice, they're attacking the light squares. So we have to do something about these light squares. After sacrificing and we take back, they're gonna bring in the knight. The idea is to go here. So what if we bring in the knight, preventing this to happen? Okay, yeah, that's a good move. Now they can give a check with the bishop. And if we freak out, we don't know this opening, we are going to come back. But here we can just defend. Here we can defend and the game continues. They don't have much in this position. But okay, let's assume we go back. This is getting a little bit dangerous for us because we are allowing this diagonal to be free. They castle and it doesn't look like white has much in the position. And if we move this knight to this square, trying to hit up the bishop, it's an inaccuracy. I wouldn't move this knight, right? These are not also ideas of the Caro-Kann, not in this position anyway. But okay, bishop to d3, they go back, and now they're aiming for this square. Bishop to g4, that completely blunders the game, right? Because first, no Caro-Kann player is going to do this. We usually put the bishop here on f5, but if we, so maybe it makes sense. It makes sense to put it on g4, and this blunders the game because we have different tribes. For example, they can even sacrifice the queen, and if we take the queen here, now this is a checkmate, right? We don't have any squares available in the position. So if we are aware of that, okay, I'm gonna take this pawn, keeping an eye on the bishop, and making a space for my queen. They can also give a check here and my queen is hanging. Sorry, I have to move. And my queen is hanging. So yeah, don't do that. First off, we learn from this. Don't put your bishop here. Just avoid that. And second, don't waste any moves trying to reroute another piece. Get other pieces out. So let's see how to actually defend against this Alien Gambit. Alright guys, so let's say that we get to this position where they're about to sacrifice the knight and you go, okay, how do I handle this possible sacrifice? Bishop to f5. Just like in many positions of the Caro-Kann, you have played this move and you have a major defender of the light squares. Let's see really quickly other moves. h6, second best move according to this computer. Now, what I don't like about it is we're weakening the light squares a step further. And this is the absolute best move. c5. c5. Okay, it gets a little bit weird and it's not super normal to play moves from this point. So here, if you don't know the theory, okay, we just go back. Actually, we can defend. They bring in the knight. We can give a check. These are top engine moves. We can even win the pawn. And now we have to find the square for the queen after they go back for the knight with the knight. So the game continues, right? I also wanted to show you, but this is hard to remember. It's hard to remember where the pieces belong. So instead, why don't we just play bishop to, I'm gonna go here, bishop to f5. It's more practical, believe me, and you still keep the advantage. So after they sack, you take back. And now their ideas don't work as well. You have this defender. Perfect. They're gonna bring the bishop. That is coming next. So prophylactic move, e6. You just defend this check. You don't even have to worry about it. Okay, they can give a check with the knight. You go back to this square. Then bishop to c4. They're targeting. This is the weakness in our position, right? We have to defend it. We have different ways. So if you don't know the theory, you probably move your knight. Yeah, that's good. That still keeps the advantage. So we actually have two moves that work slightly better. Queen d6 or even queen e8. That's equally fine. Now queen d6, the castle. Now you can kick out the knight. It's a good moment now. Your pieces are more prepared. Now knight to f3, g5. The game continues. You can get your bishop out. Maybe even bring your king here. Activate your rook later. Everything is good in this position. There is another move that also works as well. Let me show you here. All right, so this move works as well as e6. You just bring out your knight. You develop your knight. Excellent move. We even allow this check to happen. And again, if you don't know the theory, probably you can put your knight here. It's completely fine. And okay, we play e6 anyway. That's the best move. They castle, knight to d5. We put the knight here. It's gonna be a good idea anyway. So they give a check. We had rook to e1, queen f6. And what is exactly the advantage for white? They just lost a piece. There is nothing for them in this position. It's completely winning for black. Alright guys, check out my exclusive content for only $1. Join the channel, join the community. I think this was a short video, but I wanted to show you how to handle the Alien Gambit. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Take care. I would like to show you a line that you should be worried about. So in case we have developed the bishop, they are not going to go for this sacrifice. Instead, they develop the other knight. How do you play this position? Don't play e6, because now they can bring the other knight and it's difficult to get out of this. So h6 is the top engine move, and I have seen 20 moves ahead into the future, and it's difficult to play even with top engine moves. So they can sacrifice, they can bring in the bishop, okay, and then they bring in the knight, and instead of going to g8, we have to keep an eye on the pawn here, e7, and now they can play this move g4. So g4, if we play something like this, they have tricks, right? They have tricks. They can win the rook. So we have to go back, bishop to h7, and it's painful to play. g5, they can even push the pawn. Okay, they take, they activate the bishop. It's almost like we are trying to get out of a hole, and we keep digging and digging, and we cannot get out. So my recommendation is, instead of e6 or h6, we play knight to d7. You see the two knights? Okay, I'm gonna put my two knights into the game as well. That's the best defense. So once they sacrifice, they go for the sacrifice anyway, we can take. We're gonna have a similar setup we have seen so far. e6, we defend. They can give a check with the knight. Perfect, we just go here next to the rook. So queen e2, we still have to guard this pawn, right? This is our weakness. Queen to e7. They castle with this idea of rook e1. We make a prophylactic move, and we're defending the pawn. So everything is winning. Everything is fine for, yeah, it's actually winning for black, and everything is fine for black. So we can even play knight to d5. If they take, I think we can even take here. If they trade queens, we have solved all of our problems, and there is nothing for white in this position. Alright guys, check out my exclusive content for only $1. Join the channel, join the community. I think this was a short video, but I wanted to show you how to handle the Alien Gambit. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Take care.